Yeah, prior to this, I've been in advertising sales for, since 2000. Prior to that, I was selling TV shows and all kinds of different stuff. So I've been working in media, selling, business to business advertising from 2000 to 2018. And then, somewhere around, and then during that time, I'd been investing in real estate, rental family, little rental properties like that, thinking that was going to be my escape route out of the corporate life. And it didn't, I started to realize after a while that I was going to take a multiple of how many I had, and I didn't really want to be that big of a landlord to transition fully into that. So then the next idea was try to, have a company. And so I went to the SBA, met with the SCORE advisors there, and they started giving me advice on looking at franchises. So I looked at a whole bunch of franchises. That really wasn't for me. And then I pivoted off of that and started looking to acquire an existing business. And so I engaged with the broker and started looking at a few different businesses. And what I was really looking for was something that had consistent revenues, a decent profit margin, but really just something where they weren't too top. Basically, a nice diversity of their accounts. And this company, Access Commercial Door, really hit all the marks I was looking for. The previous owner, who's still with me doing sales, he really was able to. He operated it like a business and not a job. If he didn't go there that day, they still made money. In fact, he didn't go a lot. He played a lot of golf. And while I'm not doing that, I am working every day because I learn something new every day because I'm not at that level yet. But today I'm able to work from home and do stuff like that. But so the company had been around for about 30 years. We sell commercial doors and hardware, locks, door operators, closers, everything you see on a door opening. We sell that, and our customers tend to be our commercial focused general contractors. None of our work ever appears in a residential home. It's all for commercial applications, and so we work with some really well-known general contractors and facilities owners like SJP Properties owns all those buildings in Bridgewater and New York City and Jersey City and Hoboken and all over the place, as well as a lot of our general contractors operate in the pharma space. So you'll see a lot of our products at Merck, at Novartis, all over. And we're a factory direct supplier. And what I'm trying to do is, they never did any outbound marketing or advertising or sales at all. It was all just basically word of mouth and repeat business. And so I'm trying to find new customers. And so far I've got a couple. I think I could definitely be more effective at it. But we're growing, we're doing well. This year's obviously put a little bit of a crimp in our growth. But we're doing okay, considering. Between the PPP and all this other stuff has enabled us to sort of feel like we're flat, kind of thing, not really feeling too much pain. We got a nice little backlog of business, but yeah, so I work with general contractors in the commercial space, and it's, so we're factory direct. So all the Allegion, which is Schlage, and all those types of locks, we buy directly from the factory.
Is there anything that you're going to be able to do in the social distancing arena, refabricating offices and all that need to be done for post-COVID when people start rolling back into work in offices?
Absolutely. I started doing a little interview series that I post on LinkedIn. I've got my 3rd episode coming up where I talk with people from the industry about the products that are out there to really help reduce touch points within an office space or any type of building. And you're going to see an increased use of door operators, where you walk up and it senses you coming in, and then the door opens up using an operator. You're going to see greater use, I would say, of antimicrobial type of products. So there's hardware out there like door levers and panic bars and things like that are made with there's like copper and brass in there that actually kill bacteria when they get on there. So there's going to be a lot of different things out there that are happening. And I already know of one customer or one company where we do work that is looking to create a more touchless office space. And so you're going to see that. You're probably going to see a lot of these larger office spaces where they might have to reconfigure it and change things around, whether people don't like the whole big bullpen. Remember they have the big whole open space office that people really liked. Well, I think now people are going to want maybe smaller offices, and so there's going to be some of that. So really, anytime there's going to be a change in the layout is a chance for us to play. And I'm trying to do my best to get in the forefront there. So I'm doing these interviews. I was just thinking last night I need to maybe start doing some sort of SEO marketing or something, because we never really did any of that before. But I think there's going to be increased interest in how do I get into a building without touching anything,
right.
and we're positioned to help. And so that's so that's how I see us playing in that arena.
Excellent. And one last question before we open it to the group for Q&A is, transitioning from a corporate employee who was part of doing marketing and to going in and becoming a business owner. What was the biggest surprise and got you in that, what you weren't anticipating in all the multitudes of things and hats that a business owner?
I would say the biggest thing was how much I spent thinking about cash flow. And that was the one thing I underestimated that, and just sort of like the mental burden of owning a company. I sort of, I've always operated on my own, and being in sales, you're not just a cog in the wheel. You're kind of, you eat what you kill, so to speak. And so I just felt I was in control of my destiny. So that wasn't a change. It was really the change of just, understand the gravity of what's going on, and the fact that it does at the end of the day come to you. Leadership, I think I could do better at. I've got a really good team that doesn't really need me to push them around to do anything. So I do a lot of staying out of the way. It's definitely, I would say, owning a company is a real practice of putting your ego second. You want to do this or convey this or that, and you really got to think about what's best for the company, and sublimating yourself in that way has been, I think key. It helps you keep money in the bank. It helps you from really just kind of being that crazy boss that just always just thinks about himself, just wants to say stuff and waste everybody's time just to hear yourself speak. And I don't do that, But so the biggest change was managing and understanding cash flow and the mental burden, I would say.
Excellent. So we'll open up to the floor, Q&A. Does anyone have any questions specifically? Or any suggestions? Does anyone have any leads or contacts that they think they might be able to put Jonas in touch with?
What was your service area, Jonas?
As far as geographical?
Yeah.
We're New Jersey, Eastern PA, or central, central to Eastern PA, New York. So we're tri-state area.
Okay.